Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're sticking a little bit closer to the house for our project because I'm not really sure what this weather's gonna do. There's, I think, 70–80% chance of rain and storms all day, and it's been kind of off and on since I've been up. But ta-da! All this mess. I'm just gonna start going through it. I was originally going to wait until Papa Bear had the bunny barn completely enclosed with storage and everything, but I don't know what's in these bins. Most of it's been donated to us from several different people over the course of this year, and I just need to see what I can salvage for our use, what needs to be donated, and if there's anything that just needs to be trashed. So that's what I'm going to start on. The cages are all staying as they are, but I do have two of the bigger hanging cages that we used in the bunny barn that I need to get moved over here. So I'm going to have to reconfigure my stacking just a little bit, but I figure, you know, I may have to run in and out if it starts raining, but we'll see. Look at all those birds. You hear them? They love those cages there, y'all. Don't worry, I'm not taking them away. Crazies. But anyway, we'll see what all I can get done in between rain showers. First thing, gotta move this guy. He's in my way where I need those big cages to go. And it's been about a week or so since he's been started. But it is warmer today. As you can see, I'm not in my winter get up, but I think, goodness, I don't know when y'all will see this video, but I'm recording it on the 9th. I think the high today is in the low 60s with storms, and then tomorrow the high is 35 with a chance of flurries. So yay, Indiana. But work still has to get done, right? I'm all discombobulated. You'll have to forgive me. I haven't done anything with this since we had the chicken tractor. And I literally just need this moved like 10 feet. All right, that was successful. Boy, that thing's a pain in the butt to start when it's really cold out. But yeah, you see right how I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough space, y'all. I didn't realize that bottom cage there was so long. All right, so I'm not gonna be able to do anything right there because this cage here is all one long piece. It's not super heavy, but it's awkward, and I can probably put them right here, just move these smaller cages. I think this one on the bottom is just long enough, and then we'll start to go through some of this stuff. I think what I'm gonna do is just get a couple bins, couple totes. I might even be able to reuse these if I can get them emptied out and everything before it starts raining again. I just need to get, there's, at least in one of them, there's a lot of standing water. But I'm gonna move the bins over here temporarily, and that way at least they'll be out of any direct rain and snow. And you might wonder why I have all the nesting boxes on top of that cage right now. It's not very, it's sturdy for the rabbits, but just because of how it's hanging, it's starting to sprinkle again. When they jump around, they tend to spill each other's water like crazy. And I thought maybe having some weight on top there would help, and it actually has, surprisingly. I thought it might, but I didn't really have any high expectations. It was a pleasant surprise. But these are the 2 cages that I want to get moved over there. And hopefully I can get them both where I want them. They are pretty weighty, but we'll see. All right, it has started to rain a little bit again, so I think how I have you here might work. Since it started to rain, I'm gonna go ahead and try and get this stuff moved over here before I tackle the cage. This is just Papa Bear's radio rancher. He just stuck it there to get it out of the way and to get it out of the weather. So I'm gonna go run this up to the carport and I'll be right back. All right, the rain stopped again. I drug myself up an empty bin. It's really big, it's really deep. I don't have a lid for it, but since it's gonna be in here, I don't need a lid for it right now anyway. So what I'm gonna do, these are just old nesting boxes that I really need to have him just reconfigure. They're not in the best shape. What are you doing, Chippy? What are you doing? You're wondering what I'm doing, aren't you? Okay. I have to keep this trash can upraised. The bottom's starting to rot out, and this is what I use to keep their feet in. I just put the entire bag, I sit it right in there. So that's not anything I can do much with. This doesn't need to be in here. Corn bucket. It's sitting with water in it now. Okay. I hope y'all can see me all right. Really? Any data? What, Chip? Yeah, that's going to be an issue at some point. I just know it. You can't see it, but one of the slats of this pallet, we're going to try it. We're going to see. What's the worst that can happen? My trash can falls over and chipmunks eat all my rabbit food. And you can see that there. Chances are it'll still get some rain in it, still get a little bit of snow, but nothing like just being out here literally right in the open. But I wanted to start with that, and this bin here, I pretty well know that these are all dishes and everything. I've kind of went through this one already. A mixture of stoneware, steel, plastic, different sizes. I've not tried them all out. One thing that I have to be careful with some of the bunnies is that they're mischievous and they like to flip their dishes. That's why I like to kind of keep a variety of them. Same thing with the water dishes, water bowls. But since I already know what's in here, I'm gonna go ahead and just swap that to the bin to see how much space I have, and then we're gonna start getting into this stuff. You can see I'm pretty set on dishes, which is awesome. Awesome. And then this I'm just gonna start as my bin of things I don't have use for. Unfortunately, I think there are a lot of the plastic hanging water drip bottles for the rabbits over here. And I've said it once, I've said it twice, I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. I despise them. I wish I didn't. I wish I could find some, rain again. I wish I could find some that would be consistent and not drip constantly and work. They're super convenient. They'd be a lot more convenient to use, especially during the summer. They take up less cage space, and they're a lot less messy, and the rabbits can't spill them unless they start dripping, which is usually the issue that I have. But so that's good. And for all those water bottles and dishes, anything, as long as it's not actually like straight up trash that can't be repurposed or whatnot, we'll probably end up just donating somewhere, either down to the free store, or we'll find someone else that is in the local homesteading community that raises rabbits, that has better luck with those drip bottles than I do. It's stuff that I could potentially sell on eBay or on in the store, but they were just donated to us for use with the rabbits, and I wouldn't feel right trying to make a profit off of that. Okay. But there were a bunch of them given to us, and if you're watching and you are like, hey, I'm the one that give that, thank you. We're very blessed, and we've had a lot of people donate to us, and unfortunately I have a very bad memory, especially when it comes to names. So, but these here, they're great. I would love to be able to use these in all the cages during the summer, but I just, no luck with them. Okay. Actually, you know what, y'all? I just realized, which hopefully it'll work. I think right here in that space on the ground, once I get these little things cleared out, I think those two big cages may fit right there. The proper thing to do would be to grab a measuring tape and measure it before I lug one over here and attempt it, but it's probably not going to happen. But with a lot of these, you can see where they've started to rust out. I mean, nobody's going to get any use out of that. It's flaking off so easily. So that'll just be tossed. An old heat base. Indoor use only. I don't have any indoor animals, nor do we plan on acquiring any, so this is one, and it's been sitting out in the elements, and I don't know if this came out of an old barn or what, so this is probably just going to be tossed, just due to safety issues, potentially. And I can't seem to, I know we've mentioned it before, and you've probably noticed from videos, we have maybe like 10 feet of flat land on this property. So it's hard to keep y'all exactly where I need you. But I'm going to go ahead and drag, well, no, I'm not going to do that. I was going to go ahead and drag this stuff out and try to get these cages over here. But if I do that and they don't fit, then I still have all this stuff that I have to reorganize, and then I'm going to have those cages sitting over here in my way, just like they were for 2 months before I drug them over there. So we're just going to keep on with what we're doing right here. Luckily, this part of the pile underneath, those are just bigger feeders and waterers. You can't even see me. So those will be easy to deal with. But this is just one of those situations where I ask myself, why am I like this? If I had just gone through this stuff when we got it, y'all. Maybe one day I'll learn and adjust my ways. Maybe not. It's got all sorts of water and gunk in it. But now we have another empty bin. Very gross empty bin. Oh, that stinks. Whew. Oh, I don't know what was chilling in the bottom of that, but it's gross. But this bin, I think I'm just going to use for some of the bases for waterers, the plastic waterers, because we have those everywhere. Even though those don't have the tops with them, I know they're around here somewhere. And this, like this one is in fairly decent shape, but it has started to get a hole in the bottom already, so I'm not going to keep it around. It's just going to continue to deteriorate. There's the rain again, y'all. Ooh, it's starting to come down harder. Hi, bunnies. I don't mind working in the rain. And I do have a waterproof case for the GoPro, but all right, it's coming down pretty heavy, y'all. I'll bring y'all back as soon as it lets off. Myself. You saw some of the what was in the time lapse. It was still raining a little bit, but the chances of rain and storms are only increasing as the day goes on, so I wanted to go ahead and knock this project out today. So I worked in the rain a bit, but I think what I'm gonna do is just move these smaller cages down. Hopefully I can fit one of those cages right here, and then the other one maybe just turn on its side over here if it won't fit lengthwise or widthwise. And I don't, goodness, what are you attached to? And I don't know who it was that donated this cage in particular to us, but it's just got super easy to open double doors, and it's got a divider in the half. This thing has been just a godsend. We have used this for so much when it comes to the rabbits, so thank you, whoever we got that from. All right, time to drag those big old bad boys over. It's not really that they're super heavy, they're just awkward. Big. I'm sorry, Lisa, I know you don't like the sound. Goodness gracious. That'll do. That'll do. I'm definitely not going to try to lift that. Well, I don't know. It might be easier to just get that other one. We're going to try it. We're going to see what happens. Why, but this one feels heavier. Probably because I was thinking about putting it up top. Not gonna happen. Work smarter, not harder, and be proactive to avoid injuries. Neither one of us would benefit from me throwing my back out just moving a cage to get rid of clutter. And I don't know if Papa Bear's actually gone into detail, but we're wanting to use at least one, if not 2 or 3 of these style cages during the summer. He's got some ideas in his head, but he's gonna make it a mobile rabbit tractor so that with our permanent bunnies, we can actually get them out in the yard, you know, take turns with them in here so that they can run on the ground and nibble the grass and get a little bit more freedom that way. So that'll be a fun project to keep your eye out for this upcoming spring and summer. All right, not too bad at all, y'all. I'm still feeling rickety. But just like that, I've still got the one plastic bin. I don't know why I'm carrying this tripod around, y'all. Okay. This is pretty much donate and trash. I'll be able to go through that better later. But got a huge supply of bowls, feeders. Got a bunch more in there, but that was already in here. And so is this. It's just got a bunch of extra feeders and all that. So, yeah, y'all, making progress. I've only been staring at this mess every single day for 5 months. And yeah, y'all, I'm excited. It's the little things in life. But yeah, I've been in the habit in the past of, if the weather gets icky or if I'm not feeling as motivated, I'll take it a little easier. Those days are gone, y'all. I've been going through about 2.5 weeks where I just didn't have any energy at all. I just didn't want to do a thing. And that's finally seemed to work its way out of my system. I don't know if I was sick, you know. This weather going back and forth certainly hasn't helped issues. But I finally got my motivation, like all full force of it back. Dirk sees it every morning because I'm popping my eyes open. They're opening on their own at like 6:30. I'm rested. I'm ready to go. Which is great thing. But that being said, you know, if you're a fellow homesteader or just anyone living, that you just have to take advantage of every opportunity you can get throughout the day to get stuff done. Because y'all, there's just not enough hours in the day. And something like that, a project like that, that really didn't take me any time, maybe an hour total, a little bit of an inconvenience with the rain, but it's done. I'm not too worried about organizing the bins in there yet, because like I said, as soon as Dirk finishes the rabbit hutch he's been working on, they're being moved into the hutch, and that cage is coming down, and the bunny barn is no more. It will be boarded enclosed, y'all, enclosed for storage. And I believe that's where we're going to keep our brooder box as well in the future. But it's done, and that's just one thing, you know. I've mentioned in the past that I've dealt with a lot of anxiety issues, especially on the homestead. Working from home, you can't ever get away from it. You know, every time you step out your door, you see what needs to be done, projects that are accumulating, and it can get overwhelming fast. So a little project like this, now I can come out every day, you know, whenever I come out and check on the rabbits, I'm not seeing that clutter. And that's a big goal of mine this winter, especially, is all those little areas that I pointed out from time to time. I'm going to be really getting in, tackling them. A lot of them will be 2-parters. There'll be some random videos in there, because while I can get started, a lot of the stuff is either too heavy for me to move and maneuver on my own, or I don't know what Dirk has planned for it. You know, some of the stuff will be easy for me to handle, but some of them will be 2-parters. But that's all I got for y'all today, guys. Thanks for tagging along. You know, I mean, it's nothing special, nothing too exciting, but that's just homestead life sometimes. Sometimes it's mundane, sometimes it's repetitive and doing what you don't really want to have to deal with doing. because of your former procrastination. But thank you for tagging along and watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, being awesome. We couldn't do this without y'all. And like we like to say here on Mama Bear's Homestead and More, keep on keeping on, friends, because we love every one of you.